I asked the Taoiseach whether he's ever seen the film I, Daniel Blake. It's heartbreaking. What?
Is it good?
It's very good, but it's a very difficult watch because it's about people with disabilities forced to go through medical assessments under the work capability assessment introduced by the British Tory government, and just their disabilities not being recognised, their inability to work not being recognised. It's really a heartbreaking, very difficult film to watch. The reason I ask it is because it seems to me that the government is out to make this film happen in real life in Ireland by copying the Tories' policy of the work capability assessment. That's the essence of what the government's proposals in relation to the disability and domiciliary care allowance are: introducing a medical assessment to assess capability of work and then putting people into 3 different tiered categories based on how much they can work. It seems to me rooted in a fundamentally Victorian view of the deserving and undeserving poor. Either a person is fit for work or they're not fit for work. This idea of a tiered system is just about dragging people through the mill and putting huge pressure on people. A woman was in touch with me, a parent of 4 children, all of which have disabilities, who has a disability herself. She said the assessment process would be dehumanising, soul-destroying, to try and prove that you and your children are, quote, disabled enough to get the support needed. If the government is genuinely concerned about persons who are long-term sick, should change the current conditions to qualify for invalidity pension. If someone's medical condition deems them permanently incapable of working, they should be automatically entitled. If there's a real desire to help people with disabilities into the workforce, well then an onus should be placed on employers for real inclusion. The government should expand illness benefit qualifying criteria to allow self-employed persons to qualify.
Deputy Murphy asked if I've seen I, Daniel Blake. I have. I saw it when I was Minister for Social Protection. I think it's a very good film, by the way. I'd recommend it to anyone. It is, of course, one-sided. All of the characters in the film, or at least all of the people in receipt of benefits in the film, are very genuine people, very honest people who need help and have done as much as they can for themselves. There are other programmes like Benefit Street and so on which would show you a very different picture, and of course, as always the case, the truth lies somewhere in between. That's the real world we live in. But I do want to say this, in terms of reforming our disability payments, we're not going to follow the UK model. The UK model was all about knocking people off benefits. Our model, and it's still under development, is about recognising that all disabilities aren't the same, and some people need more support than others.